All right.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is game 3 on day 3, Zimbabwe versus Ireland. And we've got some great play coming up for you now. For Ireland, we're going to have Seb Chambers, Owen O'Donnell, Stephen Newsom and Connor Doyle. And for the ladies, we'll have Joanne Lavery, Debbie Harris, Dara Mangan and Abby Hamill. And for the Zimbabweans, for the ladies, we'll have Sophie Sargent, Michaela Dodd, Kirsten Swan and Polly Michael. And for the men, Darnie Swan, Chrissy Coetzee, Ross Shan and Patrick Parham. I've got, my name's Richard Chappell, and I've got Richie Hatch next to me. Richie, how do you see this one playing out?
Thank you, Rich. It's going to be a tight one, I think. Both, Ireland really brought it to South Africa yesterday. Very physical game. They've got an experienced side. We watched them line up there. We'll get back to this just now. Experienced Zimbabwean team, but it's Ireland that comes away out in front. Ireland number 1 there is Joanne Lavery. She heads up into the 30-yard area. She turns that pony to the right, pulls that racket right back behind her to evade the tackle there from Kirsten Swan. Heads up, turns the pony in a big left-hand arc. Now she comes, lines the goals up straight in front of her, ducks left, dummies to the right, goes around to the left, underhand chop that hooks in her racket, and it's gone. Goal judges, straight through the middle, they say.
Yeah, that was a high one. Not much number 3 can do about that one. But a goal on the board for Ireland. They're opening. You were talking earlier, Richie, about the fact that Ireland probably had that game against New Zealand picked away from them, so they've got a lot to fight for. Ireland haven't won one yet either, so they're going to want to fight for this too. It's an interesting game, this one.
I think Ireland will be very disappointed that they haven't won yet.
Walk in.
And likewise, Zimbabwe was very disappointed to lose in a sudden death yesterday against New Zealand. So I think both sides have got all to play for today.
Absolutely, and as we see it turns now, it's still 1-0 in favour of Zimbabwe, but in favour of Ireland. The score's wrong at the top corner there, but it is actually Ireland that is 1 goal up at the moment as it stands. It looks like the number 2 there for Ireland, Debbie Harris in possession, looking to hook up with the number 1 in Joanne Lavery. Nice pass across the line, good spin there as well by Kirsten Swan. That was a match turn there, and good work from her. Joanne Lavery just trying to find a way past Kirsten Swan, and there it is, round the back end, and goal to Ireland. 2 plays 0.
2-0, Ireland lead. They've taken the possession, both lineouts, and come away with their goals, converted their possession to goals.
3 miles away.
On the far side there.
Now go
in
back.
the front
You're 3
for
miles
Zimbabwe,
away.
we've got Sophie Sargent, Michaela Dodd at number 2, and Kirsten Swan at number 3.
Come in.
They're up against Joanne Lavery, Debbie Harris, and Dara Mangan. And this time it's Zimbabwe. It's Kirsten Swan that turns onto it first. She picks it up for Zimbabwe. She's heading upfield now, looking for the left-handed number 1. Sophie Sargent puts the pass through. Sargent can't take it first time. Takes it on the bounce. Underhand shot. Goal number 1, Zimbabwe.
Great goal there. Bit of fight there from Zimbabwe to get that one out the dirt, get it downfield. That was nice work as well. Sophie Sargent had an absolute blinder yesterday. Probably kept Zimbabwe in the hunt for it yesterday. So let's hope she can do more of the same today, if you're a Zimbabwe supporter, of course. But Ireland, they're a tricky customer. They are giant fellas. Here we go. Now that it comes out the back, it looks like it's going to be the number 3 for Dara Mangan for Ireland, who gets onto that one. Bit of a beat there from Kirsten Swan, and then Dara takes it well, passes it through to number 1, and Joanne Lavery in front of the post, and another goal to Ireland. 3 plays 1.
I must say, opening chuck here, but it looked like Ireland's come to play today. The combination's working well. Debbie Harris at number 2, Dara Mangan at number 3, linking very nicely with Joanne Lavery at the number 1 position as they line up on the far side.
There we go, ball into the line. This time it comes down Ireland side again. It's that Dara Mangan, but she goes over the top of it. That's unusual for her. Debbie Harris never makes that mistake. Debbie Harris picks it up nicely. Debbie Harris on her 6th World Cup. So Debbie Harris now firing down the field, looking to hook up with Joanne Lavery once more. She's going a bit faster than Joanne, but there's the pass into the area. And, well, there's more players in the area than there should be. Are they playing it on? Looks like they are.
Zimbo.
So how's this, Richie? At the 2003 World Cup, Sophie Sargent and Debbie Harris were playing in the same side for a whole other country, for the UK.
Really? There's some interesting trivia there. Thank you.
I
didn't realise that.
Yeah, I'd love to take credit for it, but that was a knowledge bomb from Ian Heaton. There's a shout out to you there, big guy.
Fountain of knowledge. It's Sophie Sargent, the left-handed Zimbabwe number 1. She just can't control it, puts it down on the ground. Picked up there by Joanne Lavery, the number 1 for Ireland. She makes her way upfield now. She's looking for a clear run. She's getting tackled by Michaela Dodd. Dodd can't get the ball from her. She puts underhand shot and goal number 4, Ireland.
Ireland, like you say, Richie, really come out to play. 4 plays 1. It's going to be a tough game, this one, down to the wire. We'll see how it goes in the men as well. But the women from Ireland are absolutely firing. They're here to play. No one wants to go down to 3-0 on a first weekend. It's just impossible. So here we are. Back to the line, out we come. Ball thrown in, that one high. It's Kirsten Swan who's managed to snatch that one out the air. Picked it beautifully, but got Dara Mangan just blocking her path. Jeepers, it's like a wall. Can't find her way past there just yet. Dara Mangan really giving her pressure. Kirsten's just trying to find her way through. Sophie Sarge coming back maybe. Michaela Dodd coming back out of player as well. Kirsten Swan now, she's found a bit of a run. There goes the pass through to Sophie Sarge. First collection and a bit of a stumble there from Sophie Sarge, but does get it on the second attempt. Oh, a nice little turn from that pony, but a great match there from Dara Mangan. Still with Sophie Sarge. Soph just going across the top end of the D there. Just trying to find a way past Dara Mangan, also an experienced campaigner at the World Cup. But here comes Sophie Sarge, loves that overarm, and there it is. 4 plays 2 in favour of Ireland.
Amazing. We think it's been all Ireland so far, but very quickly Zim back in the game with a 2-goal difference. That's it. Sophie Sargent, the left-handed number 1 for Zimbabwe, doing some great work there in the box, making no mistakes. They line up on the far side. Umpire's going to send the bat. He's not happy with that. Lines him up again. Sends him back for
Come back, this ladies, come back. Right toes, come back.
line up. This time the ball comes in and is taken in the middle there by Michaela Dodd. She pops a pass through to Sophie Sargent. Sophie Sargent's over the 30-yard underhand shot. Goal! No. It's hit the post, bounced back into play. Game on still. Sargent runs around the outside, tries to pick it up, but the horse's feet are out and she misses the pickup. Let's see what the umpire says.
Here, off the horses.
Did it come off a pony's foot there, or was it out of a racket? It looks like it came off a pony's foot. That means it's going to be a neutral line. The ball comes in, it's out the back. Who's first onto it? Dara Mangan makes no mistake on that big chestnut pony of hers. She gets the break. Awkward bouncing ball there for Debbie Harris, and it's picked up there by Michaela Dodd. Bit of trivia there. Michaela Dodd is actually Kirsten Swan's baby sister.
Oh, there are knowledge bombs dropping everywhere around here, aren't they? Well, there you go, at the end of that one. That's the end of the first shaka for the ladies. There's 4 plays 3 in favour of Ireland. Zimbabwe just managing to claw their way back into it. It was going all Ireland way in the beginning, but they've managed to pull it back a little bit. It's funny, though, the Zimbabwe team, yesterday they were converting those high-pressure situations, just stumbling a little bit there. If you have a look at this replay, look at Dara Mangan come flying out. She is an absolute barrage and manages to pick that one up under pressure. That is a hard pick-up, let me tell you. And the wood she's taken as well. It's through to her number 1, Joanne Lavery. Great goal there from Ireland.
You just have a look at that horse that Dara Mangan's riding, that big chestnut. It makes such an advantage when you're back row and you've got weight behind you like that. And to have a horse that size, as agile as it is, and turns at the back, gets the ball, as you're just watching Joanne Lavery put through another. And there's that big chestnut pony that I talked about. Look how it's
don't create your ones, twos, right? Let the ones in the room.
Agile.
When you're coming in, twos don't create corners when we call you. The twos don't.
Great advantage when you're number 3 and you're defending. Watch a replay for the next one.
All right, we've got the men on the field now. We've got Seb Chambers in at 1 for Ireland, Owen O'Donnell and Stephen Newsom at 3. And for Zimbabwe, we will have Dani Swan, Chrissy Coetzee and Ross Shand. So we'll see how this one goes. Already it's in Ireland's possession. They're 1 up already thanks to the ladies, but now it's in possession with Owen O'Donnell. Owen O'Donnell cradling that thing like a newborn. Little too much though, sends it to the deck. Ross Shand picks that one up. Good work from Ross Shand now. Ross Shand loves to go aerodynamic as much as he can with a Hail Mary pass downfield straight into the racket there of Dani Swan. Dani Swan, as cool as he liked, in front of the post, levels it 4-4.
I must say, Ross Shand so far has had a storming World Cup. He's really played out of his boots, and you could see him there doing the clean-up work. Puts it straight through to his number 1. Opening goal for the men's section here for Dani Swan.
We do love seeing the old guys doing it with the youngsters. It's great, isn't it? Ross Shand, one of the veterans out there probably. Or is he a veteran yet? He's not there yet, is he? I don't know.
Ross Shand.
Yeah. He looks old.
He's had a hard life.
He has had a hard life. I've been with him for most of it. Maybe that's why he's had a hard life. No.
I wasn't going to say that. Anyway, it's right. That man, Ross Shand, as we were speaking, he's back on the ball. Look at that man go. He's absolutely flying this World Cup, I must say. Really didn't think he had it all in him. And he's looking now for his number 1 there, Dani Swan. Dani Swan is the epitome of cool. Never loses his cool. He just takes it easy up. Class player, looks for the opening. Time and space is what it's all about. Look at him. Lines up the gap. Drops the pony into it. Checks up on the line. Picks up the ball. He'll take it as easy as you like. Probably stand out in front, put the overhand in now. No, he doesn't. Dummies it. I think he wants to make sure, let Zimbabwe take the lead. The score is 4-all, and it's halfway through chukker number 2. He heads out of field, taking a little bit of a ride around now. Checks the pony up again. Lines up the opposition. Drops the ham on it. He's around the front. Overhand shot. Goal number 5, Zimbabwe.
Good marking there from Stephen Newsom. Left Darnie Swan with the only option was to shoot over the top. Not much the 3 can do about that one. But yeah, much needed goal like you say, Richie. That was a 5-4. Put Zimbabwe in front for the first time.
Yes. They line up on the far side now. They walk in on the umpire. Umpire sending them back for another reset. Umpire Chris Mulburn puts the ball in now, and it's picked up there in the middle, I think, by Chrissy Kutsia. Popped into the path. You have Donnie Swan. Donnie Swan out in front, puts over and shot, and goal. Number 6, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, and that's what Zimbabwe can do. They do love a long ball. Chrissy Kutsia, the king of it as well. He's quick in the middle there, and he often snatches it and puts it long for Darnie. So Darnie knows what the move is as soon as it's in Chrissy's racket. We've seen it many times before already this weekend. So that's the play from Zimbabwe. I hope Ireland can find a way to counteract it. It's a tricky one to get on top of.
As they line up on the near side, and Chris Salato, Australian umpire, he puts the ball in. It bounces down in the middle, and it's about to be picked up there by Donnie Swan, and I think the whistle's gone. Umpire's calling them in for a chat.
Come here. Right.
Chris Milburn's seen an infringement. They're not lining up straight at the back. The number 3 for Zimbabwe. That would be Roshan. So the ball, apologies, will be in the racket now with Seb Chambers. Seb Chambers comes in at speed. He just checks up. Does he just before the back line, before the sideline? He just manages tiptoes. I swear, if you didn't cut those horses' toes, they would have gone out. There we go. Seb Chambers with a side shot. Flat one. Nice one. Through the post. Pulls one back for Ireland. 6 plays 5.
6 plays 5. 1 only the difference. We're into the second half of the second chukker now. It's been mostly Zimbabwe. Haven't seen much of the ball in the hands of the Irish so far. But they managed to get one, pull one back. Seb Chambers, Ian O'Donnell, Stephen Newsom at the back.
Sorry, couldn't
they're
see
going to
your
line
hand
up on
right
the
at
far
start.
side.
Yep.
Chris
Come in,
Mulburn
Tomo.
puts the ball in now. It's low and it's hard. Flat ball straight through the line. Juggled there by Seb Chambers, but he's over the 30-yard line now. He goes for the overhand shot. Goal number 6 in the equaliser. Ireland.
Right back into it they come. So whereas it was Ireland ladies dominating in the beginning, it was Zim men dominating in this one, but now the Zim men pulling it back. 6 plays 6. I told you it was going to be a tight one, and it certainly is. Here we come to umpire Silito. Ball into the line out. That one punched out of the air there by the number 2 for Ireland, Owen O'Donnell. I think he was protecting his face more than anything else.
It's here with me.
Right, the ball wasn't in control and it went over the touchline, so they'll line up for a neutral line out again. Umpire Salado puts the ball in. It's juggled there by Donnie Swan. He can't take it first time. Runs over it.
All 6.
Ireland player also ran over it there. There was Seb Chambers that went over the top of it. And you'll have another neutral lineup. The ball comes in now, unloaded, and it's juggled at the back there by Stephen Newsom. He brings it up looking for Seb Chambers now. He puts the pass across the 30-yard line into... dropped that easy one out, and easy as you like, and he put it down. Can you believe it? Roshan made no mistake. Picks it up, comes away over the 30-yard line. He's dropped the reins on that pony. He's over the halfway line now. He's looking for his number 1, Donnie Swan. Donnie Swan takes it cool as you like as the number 2 from Ireland gets in the way. Ian O'Donnell. And the umpire's whistle's gone. Infringement in the area, I'm quite sure.
It is great watching Roshan come down the field. You see how aerodynamic he goes when he's going. His head doesn't move. It's like he's just sat still while his horse is pedaling away underneath.
When he pins his ears back.
He pins his ears back. Well, there you go. That goal there, that free shot at the post, that gives them a 7-6 lead to Zimbabwe.
Right. Stay straight there, 3.
And that is the end of the chukker, and a good one there for Zimbabwe as well. 7 plays 6, but still tight at the end of the second.
Yeah,
that's good.
At least this game is going according to plan. When I say according to plan, it's what we thought it was going to be. It's a tight one. Look at Roshan coming away the ball out of the 30-yard, and he pins his ears back. He goes. He lets the long one fly into the racket there of Donnie Swan. into the area.
How do you pick your
That was a lovely goal there by Zimbabwe.
That past the twos in.
It is. It is. Look at that seat as well from Darnie Swan. He's such a good rider, Darnie. He's not heavy on the horse in any way whatsoever. Just taking his time. Very cool and very calm.
Yeah.
A little bit too cool, maybe a little too calm. There we go. The high shot over the top.
The twos are worse than the ladies.
Yeah, you expect that from Darnie. It's always good.
We'll have a conversation with them.
Another replay here. The ball comes in. It went there this time. It was taken there by Chrissy. Could see it flicked over for Donnie Swan into the area. Went cool as you like. And here was the Ireland goal there. Seb Chambers on the outside. Checks that pony up. How he didn't get pushed out there by Roshan, I'm not quite sure. He manages to get away from him. Comes around the front. Puts the low flat shot across the horse's ears.
In a second.
Gold time Ireland.
Yeah, you're in trouble. If you got two, Charles, maybe. So in that first shot, we just had a bit
Ireland
of
ball there. He takes it into the area. He goes overhand shot out in front. Another goal, Ireland. The ladies coming back on again.
Is,
you see them getting ready there, just having a chat with the umpire. It looks like at number 1 this time we've got Debbie Harris, Abby Hamill and Dara Mangan for Ireland. And they're up against Sophie Sargent, Polly Michael this time at number 2 and Kirsten Swan in the familiar number 3 position.
Yeah, not much change on the Zim side between the ones and the threes. You normally have Sophie up front, and she has been styling, and then Kirsten Swan out the back at 3. So the change only comes in the middle, and here he goes now. It's Ireland onto it first. Nice pick up there for the number 1 for Ireland, which is Debbie Harris. Debbie Harris now just takes someone off the ground. Nice work from her. Hard pressure from Soap, but she's taken completely out of the equation. Nice work there for her number 2. Debbie Harris now still making her way downfield. Pressure coming in the form of Polly Michael, but not enough to stop Debbie Harris or slow her down. Debbie Harris all on her own. Ooh, in off the upright, just about levels it. 7 plays 7.
Good goal there by Debbie, who thought it was going to go push wide, but managed to catch the upright and bouncing off as they come in. Debbie has a vastly experienced player. They're not going to put too much past her.
Next one, that was a nice one out the back there. Looks like it's going to be Kirsty Swan who's going to have first, second dig at it. Leaves it behind. Polly Michael as well. Line of the ball there. That was, you got to move on past the ball. You can't just turn on the line of the ball there. I think that's the mistake that Polly Michael may have made there. So it's going to be an Ireland ball from the
marks in front.
where the infraction happened. Here we go. Debbie Harris through to her number 3 in Dara Mangan. Dara Mangan just slows it down, pops it back to Debbie Harris. Debbie Harris now just trying to find a way past the pack, and it looks like she may have found a way. Some great marking being done by her players. Decides to check around the one side, the other one. Kirsten Swan. Ooh, good pressure there from Polly Michael. Gets the stick in at the end there. They're carrying on. That one's called fine. So there we go. That one in. Thrown in, taken nicely there by the number 1 in Debbie Harris. Debbie Harris against Kirsten Swan. Debbie Harris just takes her time. No, she doesn't. Dummies underneath. Don't see that often. Not sure she fell for that one. Kirsten Swan facing off against Debbie Harris. Now Debbie Harris shoots one out the side. It's high. And again, not much that Kirsten can do about that one when it's thrown over the 3's head. 8 goals to Ireland, 7 to Zimbabwe.
I say, Richie, I think Ireland got away with one there because for my money, I would have said she carried it on the 30-yard, but umpires didn't call it, and goal there to Ireland. Ireland lead 8 goals to 7 now as we enter the 3rd chukker. Ball's left on the ground, everybody running over it. Nobody wants it. Racket to racket they go, but
down there. Ireland ball.
The umpire.
Yeah, that's the second time.
Umpire's whistle's gone.
Ireland ball.
And it looks like it's going to be a free throw to Ireland. Upfield, Debbie Harris will relish in the opportunity.
Here's your mark.
Take the free throw herself on the 30-yard line. She goes into the area. Ball travels 10 meters as it needs to. Kirsten needed to give her first opportunity to regather it, which she does. And now Debbie Harris goes across the front, puts the underhand shot in. Goal number 9, Ireland.
Yeah, Debbie Harris just popping them out the side like she does it every day, and I'm pretty much sure she does. Good stick work there from Debbie.
I said a little bit of a game of 2 halves here. It seems to be the Zim men that are dominating, but the Ireland ladies that are dominating in their respective chuckers. Ireland ball again. This time it's Dara Mangan that's coming. Abby Hamill that comes up with the ball. She puts it through Debbie Harris out in front of the path of Harris, but the umpire's whistle's gone and he calls him back again.
Line. She couldn't get into play. Zimbabwe ball from here.
So it looks like umpire Silito's just called it a Zimbabwe ball. Came across the line apparently, so it's going to be Kirsten Swan to bring it away. There it is, throw to herself, straight into the back end there of the number 2 for Ireland, but gets away with it nicely. Sophie Sarge, the lefty from Zimbabwe, has now got possession of it. Sophie Sarge now's got herself into a bit of space, wants to get that pony moving, and everyone closing in on her. My word, they really want that ball. Good hustle there from Ireland, but Sophie Sarge makes her way into the area. Nicely done by her. Still left with Dara Mangan left to battle with in the area, and so finds a way through, and that lefty shoots it out the side. Great shot there, under the horse's neck, sorry. Goal to Zimbabwe, 8 plays 9.
That's why I see it's always an advantage to be a left-hander. She leant out the saddle around the front, put the underhand shot in under the horse's neck. Goal number 8, Zimbabwe, as they line up on the far side. Umpire calls them in again, moving from the UK, and everybody leaves on the ground. Nobody wants it. Everybody leaves with it. Debbie Harris says, thank you very much. I'll take that one. Goal time coming for me. Goal number 10, Ireland.
Yeah, a lot of uncharacteristic misses.
Right, as they head back to the lineup, Chris Salado on the near side. Ball comes in, it's snapped in the front there by the left-handed Sophie Sargent. Umpire's whistle's gone. He's not happy. He calls them back again.
Down hit at the back. Yeah.
Oh, the umpire call there was a down hit at the back, so that's number 3, Kirsten Swan. Kirsten Swan playing dirty at the back there. Down hit on the number 3, Dara Mangan's racket at the back of the line. For those not in the know, upward hits only, not downward. She got caught on that case, and I think maybe somebody may have said something to the umpire. Anyway, back with Debbie Harris. Debbie Harris having an absolute flyer in this chukker so far. Puts a nice little turn in, but matched nicely by Kirsten Swan. Kirsten Swan, one from the side. Oh, that was a high risk shot, but didn't manage to pull it off. But everything else went through, so she thought she'd give it a go.
Okay.
The words of Ernie Else, you pulled it, you. Anyway, Kirsten Swan lines it up. She takes the clearing throw from the 30-yard line, regathers it yourself, heads upfield. She's looking for her number 1, Sophie Sargent. These two girls have played a lot of Polocrosse together. She'll know where to find her. Lefty's looking for a break. Heads upfield again. It's Polly Michael that's doing good work in keeping players off her there in the centre field. Sophie Sargent can't get away from the opposing number 3 there. Now she does. Gets the pass through. Puts it into the racket of Sargent. Sargent goes over the 30-yard. Bounces it, takes it, ducks it around, and that's the chucker. Ireland finish up 10 goals to 8.
Yeah, we were really willing so to have another shot on that one and put it through. They really needed that one just to bring it back within 1. I'll have a look at some replays here of Debbie Harrison as she plows her way through the field, and Kirsten Swan up there ahead waiting for her up to the 30-yard line. She just really is steady and finding her way around the front. That one there, does that one go through? I can't remember where that one went. But yeah, Debbie got enough goals in to make a difference there. So dummies under, that was interesting, wasn't it? Under the horse, that was never going to really work, was it? But yeah, Debbie found a way out the side. Nice shot out the side. Hard one, that one.
Richie, to get back to that call in the line-out where they gave a free throw against Kirsten Swan for a down hit in the line-out. The fair comment, I think, was brought up earlier. Can it be a down hit if the opposition doesn't have the ball in the racket?
Yeah, it absolutely can, especially in the line-out. You have to give fair advantage. Where it can become technical is where if a player throws their racket up into your racket, and then you can have a bit of an argument for holding down. But it is a tough call, but if it's an actual physical movement down, strike down with your stick, that is a foul, yeah.
Stick a centre line here, stick centre line there.
Looking there, the spectators, there's some Australian. They got a big game coming up later.
Yeah, Zambia. I'm going to remain completely unbiased on that one, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
But what I'm actually wanting is you to finish the Ernie Els quote there, Richie. What was that?
Next game, I'd go line here, line.
I forget the translation.
Yeah. It's even for both teams.
Right, we've got the men coming back on for their second chukker. Let's see what Zimbabwe have done. They got Donnie Swan at front. They got Patrick Palmer at number 2, and they've got Roshand at number 3. And they're up against, it looks like we got Seb Chambers, Connor Doyle, and Stephen Newsom. So the only one the Irish guys have changed is number 2, and the only one Zimbabwe's changed is the number 2.
In the racket of that cool man cucumber that is Darnie Swan. Darnie Swan making his way downfield. And doesn't he look good doing it? Crikey, he's a good looking boy. Darnie Swan now into the area. Looks to bounce one. Made that one look fairly easy as he pops it through. 9-10 in favour of Ireland still, but Zimbabwe coming back.
Just rolled that one through the goals, and predictably, Zimbabwe men pulling it back again for Zimbabwe.
Walking together.
Right, here we come. Umpire Silito. He's happy with the line out. That one comes in. Oh, the Patrick Parham managed to get that in and out of his racket. But Rochand coming in through and managing to take that one. And he's cradling that like crazy. He was taking a lot of wood for his trouble as well.
Towards his body.
You're talking about quotes earlier, Richie. I also heard a great one this morning. We were discussing some of the young players out there, and they said someone like Seb Chambers, he's not as young as he used to be in the past.
To Zimbabwe. It's a flat swing.
Yeah, that's one of the good ones, I'm sure. I think we all feel like that, to be fair, all ex-players. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but I think it might... Yeah, there might have been a goal on the board there to Zimbabwe, so I think that one levels it now. Shot to the body there on Roshan. Jeepers, Darnie Swan's into the mix now. He's cradling out of that one as well. So Darnie Swan up to the 30-yard line, lays down the bounce, and out of nowhere comes the island number 2 of Connor Doyle to come and put stick. But sadly, you can't do that one, so that'll be a penalty 2 and marched up in front of the post.
The number 2, I would think he's thinking there was a great unload on the line. Unfortunately, the umpire said he was already into the area when he did it. So,
yeah, look, I'm not going to lie. I play number 2, and if I do that, I'm very happy with it. But I do a lot of illegal stuff, so that's fine.
Generally, the number 2 probably closest you get to the ball.
Yeah. These days, if I get that close, I'm happy.
Anyway, they line up on the near side. Now the umpire puts the ball and it's down on the ground on the back. And who's digging out the dust? It's looks like Seb Chambers that came. No, it's Stephen Newsom, the number 3. Yes, and he puts the pass into Seb Chambers, and Chambers to goal. The equaliser. 11 plays 11. Ireland, Zimbabwe.
Nice pass that from Stephen Newsom. He was ahead of the player there, so had to just loft it into the area so the number 1 could catch up and take it. Smart play there from Stephen Newsom.
Yes, they line up on the far side there again. The umpire calls them in. Burbank, and the ball's ricochets out the back and on the ground. And it's Roshan, first one onto it. The long arm of Roshan. He picks it up now. Checks the pony up, bounces and tries to bounce away from the opposition. Can't get away first time. Now he gets around the outside. Puts the pop pass over the top into the racket of cool hand Luke Swan there himself. He just checks up, turns the pony to the left, centers it, looks for the gap, drops the reins, checks up again into the 30-yard line. He goes easy in behind. But Stephen Newsom there. Goal time, Zimbabwe.
Great little play there from Darnie Swan as well. Like you say, cool as you like. I mean, he just dropping that one behind the 3. Really changed the pace. It's nice to have a pony that you can do that on as well. That's a beautiful looking pony too. Again, talked about it earlier, the horse flesh of this tournament is unbelievable. We've got to say this World Cup has been really well hosted here at the Ignition World Cup. Oh dear, tempers. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but it looks like it's going to be taking up a bit of wild swing in there maybe from...
you can't swing flat down.
I don't know if it was Rochand or... Chrissy Kitsy. I'm not sure who that was there. But anyway, upfield we go with the number 1 for Ireland in the form of Seb Chambers. Seb Chambers manages to take that one. Not an easiest of collections, but he gets it anyway. Rochand right there alongside Rochand. He's had a good game so far. This is Seb Chambers' first venture into the area this chucker, and Seven out in front and doesn't make a mistake there. Levels it now. 12 plays 12.
The equaliser coming there for a giveaway penalty by Zimbabwe. Christian could see one thing you can't fault him for is trying.
No, the boy's got heart.
He'll give it a go. Overzealous as it might be sometimes, but anyway, they line up on the far side. Ball comes in and it looks like it's going to go over the touchline on the far side, and the umpire will line them up again. That ball wasn't in control. Sends him back again. Lines up the balls and the ball's out the back, and the first one onto it. Rochand again. Rochand. Donny Swan. Goal time, Zimbabwe.
That's a nice goal. Nice clean one. That's how they want it done. Straight out the back to the number 3. Rochand to pick it up. Goes aerodynamic and through to Donny Swan. Nice easy goal. 3 not anywhere to be seen in that one. So nice fast goal for Zim. The epitome of how Polocrosse should be played. Catch a ball on the line out. Convert your position to goals. You win the game. The ball comes in now. It's at the back. Taken again by Rochand. Shan to Swan. Swan to the 30-yard line. Ball to goal. Goal number 14, Zimbabwe. What a beautiful take by Rochand there. I mean, he pulled that out of nowhere. Like I say, he's one of the older players, or at least we class him as one, but he manages to do a bit of a yoga move to get to that one.
Don't rush in, Tooth.
Nice work.
Talking about old players, the way this World Cup's going, if you're over 25, you're old.
And it's very much the case, I'll be honest with you. Again, another reason why I probably didn't get selected. I'm a little further over 25.
Yeah. Could be the only reason, Richie, I'm sure.
It is absolutely the only reason. Don't
anyway,
ask anyone.
It's the Irish players that come away with it now. It's Looks like it's Connor Doyle heading up, gives it through to Seb Chambers. Chambers goal, 13-14. Ireland down by 1.
Well, we said it would be a tight one. We're here closing out the end of the fourth chukker here, and it's still only 1 goal the difference. 14 to Zimbabwe, 13 to Ireland.
White.
Very strong umpire action there. White is the call. They don't really seem to be listening, but there we are. We're happy. Roshan with another take. It went in and out of his racket, and that is the end of that chukker. A good one for Zim. 14 plays 13 in favour of Zimbabwe.
Cheeky bugger.
Again, it's the Zimbabwe men that do it all. Get back, they get their team back into the lead. Watching Donnie Swan easy as you like. Crosses over, but I mean, it's only a foul that the umpires call it.
That's right. The motto I live by. It's only illegal if you get caught. Exactly that.
You live in Africa now, Richie. That's the way it goes.
No, that is actually law. That's actually law. Especially up in Zambia. Yeah, look at this one. This is being brought away by Ireland through to number 1 of Seb Chambers and beautifully pumped through. Nice work from them. They played well, those two together, the 1 and 3.
Do you know who's riding them?
They do play well, but together, and I must say I've been very impressed this whole tournament so far. Roshan and Donnie Swan just seem to link up, and nothing looks like it's rushed. Everything looks like it's in control. They take their time, do their job, put the ball through the goals.
One thing that annoys
yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, we did see more long ball from Zimbabwe the other day, I have to say. There's a lot more close quarter passing. We've seen the odd one, but there's normally a lot more long ball in the Zimbabwe game, so it's interesting to see how it goes going forward.
Going to be interesting to see the ladies come back on again now, and we get the Zimbabwe ladies, see if they can hold their own against this very experienced Irish side. They've battled a bit in the first 2 chukkers, and let's see if they can hold on to the lead for chukker number 5. As we're watching Donnie Swan again out in front over the 30-yard line, underhand shot, easy as you like.
Yeah. I go ride 6 chukkers there, you only riding for 3. Yeah, true, yeah. No. Yeah.
We're just going to try and double check the score for you, but as it stands on the clock on the board. Okay, that's the exact score there. It is 13 apiece.
You right?
So just to let you know who we've got on Wade for Ireland, we've got Joanne Lavery, Debbie Harris and Dara Mangan. And for Zimbabwe, we've got Sophie Sarge, Michaela Dodd and Kirsten Swan. And this is the last time we'll see the women in here in chukker 5.
Well, theoretically, last time, if we have another sudden goal like we had yesterday,
stay there.
We could have them back on again. But this is exactly how they started the first chukker. As you said, Sophie Sargent, Michaela Dodd, Kirsten Swan up against Joanne Lavery, Debbie Harris and Dara Mangan. Right, ball comes in. Who's away with it first? It's Michaela Dodd. She puts the overhand pass into the racket. Left-handed racket there of Sophie Sargent. Sargent checks up. Squeezes through 2 Ireland players. Comes out with it. Over the 30 line she goes. Around the back of Dara Mangan. Inside, outside. Mangan back on that big chestnut pony. But nothing she can do. She's pulled it.
Well, that's pretty uncharacteristic there from Sophie Sargent. She hasn't missed many, but that is a big miss there. That would have put Zimbabwe in front. Richie, is that same chestnut that Dara Mangan was on before? And I think it was in her first.
It looks like it to me. It's a big pony, that, and nice and agile as well. It does the job. As everybody's running over the ball centre field now. It was a clearing throw to Ireland, and they managed to get it back again. It's Debbie Harris, the number 2 position, unfamiliar position for her mostly at this level, I'm quite sure. But anyway, she's doing a great job of it. She's cleaning up a lot of loose balls. She got it now. She's getting hard marked up there by the Dodd sisters either side of her. It's Sophie Sargent on one side, and it's Michaela Dodd the other side, and they mark up well. She manages to dislodge the ball from her, but it's Dara Mangan that gets it back again on that big chestnut pony that we were talking about. She's making her way upfield now. She ducks to the left, ducks to the right. Coming now, looking for her number 1, Joanna Lavery. Lavery got through on the outside, get into the area, underhand shot. Goal number 14, Ireland.
Yeah, that one pushing Ireland in front. And again, it's those Irish ladies that are dominating the Zimbabwean women at the moment, just pushing them a little bit ahead. Still tight, though, out there. That has to be said. And it is a little scrappy between these two sections as they head into their 3rd and final chukker. And We come back onto umpire Silito. There we go. That one comes down on the 2's toes, and no, it's gone to the back for the 3's, and it's going to be Dara Mangan who's onto that one. Nice work from her. Dara Mangan now, she's just rounding a pony. Looks to long ball it through to a number 1 in Joanne Lavery. That one is a right worm burner. So that one on the ground, and who's going to pick it up? But Joanne Lavery. Kirsten Swan caught napping there a little bit. Well, good work there from Joanne. Picked the pocket of Kirsten Swan. I think Kirsten's going to be angry about that one and want to get it back. So Joanne just taking the time, puts a bit of distance between her and Kirsten Swan. Does she dummy the shot? No, she finds a way round the side and flicks it out the right. 15-13 to Ireland.
2 goals the difference now. Ireland pulling away a little bit from Zimbabwe, just opening the gap a little bit. As they're going to line up on the far side.
3's away. Slow it down. Go in.
The ball comes in now and it's taken at the front there by Sophie Sargent. Sargent comes away with it on the outside as her fellow players try and mark up the opposition. She's into the area now. This time I'm quite sure she's not going to make a mistake. She's going to take her time. She'll make sure this goal. She ducks to the right. Spins the pony around to the right. Ducks again to the right. Drags opposition up with her. Walks across. Look at that pony step to the side. Has she got a break now? No, she's not going to take the 50-50 shot. She goes for the unhand now from an acute angle, but she rolls it through the goals. Goal number 14, Zimbabwe won the difference.
And much needed as well. It was absolutely much needed. That pushed them back within 1. Zimbabwe needing this game. They don't want to walk away 3-0 down. So they need to win this one to bring themselves back up again. Good work there from Soph. She knows she's experienced. Take her time. As long as she's in possession, they're not. So here we go. Zim sides and Kirsten Swan who's picked that one up. Good work from there from Kerr Swan. Kerr Swan now being hard pressed by Dara Mangan or the whole way in. Come into the equation comes Joanne Lavery, but good squeeze pass there from Kirsten Swan through to the racket there of Sophie Sarge. Soph just trying to make her way down to field now. This one's coming to level it, so she really needs this one as well. To the 30-yard, lays down a bounce. Good one too. Dara Mangan though, right there alongside as always. It's her shadow right there alongside, and that beautiful chestnut of hers. Just trying to take her time, just dancing these two. Soph Sarge just dancing left and right. Can't see her way through just yet. Is that the gap there? No. Soph walks away, takes her time. No, she's got time on her side. I hope she does anyway. Dummies the shot, thinks about it there. Half a gap closed very quickly. So Sarge now, she looks to put the pressure. That's normally her shot, that lefty out the side, but yeah, the Dara's doing a wonderful job on her at the moment. Soph just decides to fling it anyway, and that one under the neck, and a good one for Zimbabwe. That one the leveler. 15 plays 15.
15 all as Zimbabwe got one back. The ladies have done better this check, I must say. Seem to have got it. They've tightened it up. I think that's the difference that they've made in this game. Making sure of their position.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you say, more time with those goals.
They line up on the far side. Umpire resets it for the first time. Resets it the second time.
Come back here, Two's back here. Two's back here. Both Two's back here. Come on.
You're right back.
Come on, back.
Okay, what?
Right, walking, he says. They're in, and even though the Ireland number 3 wasn't in the line out. But anyway, the ball's gone over the touchline on the far side. Line up again, he says he'll have another throw.
Nah, you freeze away.
It's an interesting move.
Over.
As everybody walks in, the umpire turns his back on him. They walk in again. This time the ball comes in, taken there, but it's Joanna Lavery for Ireland. The number 1, she evades one tackle. She gets away from there now. Big hit there by Kirsten Swan as she gets into the area. Swan's on the inside. Snapped it from in front of Kirsten there and puts underhand shot in. Goal number 16. 16 plays 15. Ireland over Zim.
And that one just in time, Richie. The hooter went literally as the ball passed through the post. So that one pushes Ireland out in front. And well done to those two lady sections. I tell you what, that was some great Polocrosse. 16 plays 15 in favour of Ireland.
Ireland up by 1. Question is it going to be enough? Because the Zim boys have been on fire.
They really have, absolutely. But the last thing I want it to happen is Zim to go to another golden goal. I don't think I can handle that. I've already lost enough here.
Sounds like you lose that one, you'll be a bit like the England football team, eh?
I don't know what you're on about. I'm from Zambia. Was there a football match, Richie? I didn't see.
I heard so.
That's all right. There we go. Joanne Lavery, she went out the side. She did have a bit of a stylish chucker there. Sophie Sarge as well. There's her work in the area. Down at the ideal end of the Polocrosse field, found her way out the front and took a bit of a big bump there. I mean, that was a brute of a pony, that number 3 for Ireland and Dara Mangan.
I say this last chucker for me was typical sort of test match Polocrosse. You want it tight, not many goals scored, hard work at the goals, ones at each end, making sure of the possession, converting their possession to goals, trying their best not to waste anything, and very much an even chucker there for these two ladies sections. As you watch the Jonah Lowry come away, nice goal there. She picked it up, spun to the left, put in the unhand shot. Right, we're back on with the boys. I'm sure we're not going to see too many changes. Darnie Swan at number 1 for Zimbabwe, Patrick Parham at number 2, and Ross Shand at number 3. And coming.
Let's just have a look at that footwork on that pony. Look at that thing turn. That thing was turning itself inside out, eh, Richie? That's, like we talked about it earlier, some great horse flesh out here this weekend. And thank you to South Africa for providing it as well.
Right, we're back on live, and it's Darnie Swan out in front, puts on hand, shot turn, goal number 16, Zimbabwe. 16 all already. Opening few seconds of the chucker. We said it was going to be tight.
So just to let you know who we've got out there, like Richie says, not much change. Darnie Swan, Patrick Parham, Ross Sham for Zimbabwe. We've got Seb Chambers, Connor Doyle, and Stephen Newsom for Ireland. So that's the two teams as they line out here in the final chuckers. It stands at 16 apiece. Something quite commanding about an Australian accent. Anyway, there we are. That one into the middle, and it's been picked out. Has it by Connor Doyle? No, it has not. It's Darnie Swan who's gone and managed to pick that one as well. Second attempt, he picks it up. Great work there. Great stretch there from Darnie as well. Up to the 30-yard line. Lays down the bounce as well. This one to push Zimbabwe ahead, but he's still got to get past Stephen Newsom. Stephen Newsom right there. If anyone can stop him, Stephen Newsom can. And let's see what he can do. Still with Darnie Swan. Knows how important this goal is just going to take his time. Smart, experienced Darnie Swan. There he goes, just decides to pop that one over the top. Save the pony, pops it through, pushes Zimbabwe ahead. 17 plays 16.
Still early seconds in the final chucker, and already Zim have gone up 2 goals to nothing against the Ireland section.
Don't crowd, please.
They won't want a rerun of yesterday's game, I'm sure. So looking to get away from them now, Zimbabwe. They line up on the far side, and the umpire sends him back again for a reset. This time the ball comes in. It's down at the back of the line out. It's rolling awkwardly across the felt there, and everybody leans out the saddle, and nobody picks it up. Cameraman lost it there for a second, but as we can see, it's Darnie Swan that's coming away with it. They'll have a chat to the umpire.
Island ball. Which way are you going, Seb?
So I think Zimbabwe crossing the line of the ball there. There's a line created by the ball as it rolls across the ground. And if you cut across that line with players coming on that line of the ball, it is a penalty. And in this case, it's a penalty 2. So this one's going to be taken downfield for Ireland. Their opportunity to level it again. There it is. 16 plays 17 in favour of Zimbabwe. But Ireland in the area, and Ross Shan has been outfoxed by Seb Chambers there. That one snuck in. And I bet you he was holding on with his butt with that one. That was the squeaky shot at goal.
The the score they got up on the board is 17-17. I thought it was still zip out by 1, but we'll have to check that. The ball comes in on the near side, and it's at the back there, and it's that man, Ross Shan, juggles it, takes it second time, regathers it nicely as Patrick Parman comes in to take the players out of his path. Round the outside goes Shan, puts a long one, bounces lovely out in front to Darnie Swan. He puts it over the 30-yard, underhand shot, goal, Zimbabwe.
I got to say, Ross Shan doing a nice number there, making Darnie Swan look good, who's hanging out the front there, and that's what you want your 3 to do. 1 takes the glory, but the 3 does the hard work, and the 2 gets no mention. That's pretty much.
That's how it works.
And that score is absolutely correct. 18 to Zimbabwe, 17 to Ireland.
Confirmed by the scorers, and it's Swan again with the ball into the 30-yard area. It goes, bounces underhand shot, action, replay, goal time, Zimbabwe.
Well, a nice buffer there for Zimbabwe, much needed as well. Time ticking away, we're just over halfway through this chucker as it stands. And look at that man, he's definitely got a face for TV.
Epitome of cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
Does need to groom his eyebrows. We'll get to that later.
They're walking on the near side. Umpire puts the ball in a snap down in the middle, and it's bouncing awkwardly for everybody. It's the touch line on the near side that wins the race.
2 goals in it.
Umpire Salado puts the ball in, it's out the back. It's going to be Roshan. Awkward bounce, but he manages to control it. Gets it now, turns his pony on a big right-hand arc, puts the long pass into the racket there of Donnie Swan. We could see some off-ball action going on there. I think as the 2 was trying to do a job on the number 3. The number 2 there, Patrick Farman, is it? And he manages to get one over the number 3 there and gave him some space, gave Donnie some space as he got out in front of the ball. In his racket, goes for the overhand shot. Goal, Zimbabwe.
One-way traffic now for Zimbabwe. 20 plays, 17 in favour of Zimbabwe. And Ireland, they need to lift up. They've still got time left, a minute and a half. Chad van Venne can pump 9 goals in 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure Ireland can do 3 in minute 20.
Two's going.
Let's see what happens now. Umpire Milburn throws that one in with a bit of zest, I have to say. Right into the face there, but it's been picked up nicely by Connor Doyle, I think it is. Connor Doyle through to his number 1 in Seb Chambers. Seb Chambers brings one back, and that's how quickly it can turn around. That goal was about 15 seconds. 18 plays 20 in favour of Zimbabwe.
18 plays 20 Zimbabwe, but there's time left on the board for to Ireland to pull it back, and he level it up as umpire settles things down, calls them in, balls low and hard, and it's out the back of the line out. It's that man, Roshan, onto the, per usual at the back of the line out. He carries the ball up now. He's got away from the opposition. He's got the break, pops a pass through to Donnie Swan. Donnie Swan just checks up, lays one back, pulls it right back. Is he going to get it? He's got away from the opposition. I think he dummied the pass there. Everyone thought it was going to Roshan on the circle round. It didn't. Swan into the area, Swan through the goals. Goal number 21, Zimbabwe.
Looking like a foregone conclusion this game now. 21 plays, 18 in favour of Zimbabwe. Seeing the cool head of Roshan and Donnie Swan has managed to usher this one in their direction. Great play here from Zimbabwe. Great to see them back there winning as well. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the game. Congratulations to Zimbabwe. As I say, 21 plays 18 at the Ignition Group Polocrosse World Cup 2024. Richie, what did you think?
Great win for Zimbabwe. I think the boys really brought it. They played really well. For me, that one made the difference. The combination there between Roshan and Donnie Swan was really outstanding.
It absolutely was. I mean, Stephen Newsom and Seb Chambers, they had a bit of a response, but he just can't match that. Donnie Swan, the man's got skills. He's absolutely brilliant. And Roshan as well, flying out the back. Yeah, it was great to see. Look at some of these highlights here as well. And, yeah, there we go. Through to Zimbabwe, the number 1 for Donnie Swan. That was the winner, I think. Or one of them.
Yeah, I must say, as you're watching Donnie Swan again, the replays, he doesn't waste any opportunities. I don't think we've seen him miss one all weekend, have we?
I'm not sure that we have, no. He's very energy efficient, old Donnie, I have to say. It's another way of saying lazy, sure.
I'm not sure about that. With his physique, he doesn't look like he's too lazy. But anyway, we're watching Seb Chambers with the ball in hand there. He rolled one through, in off, and it's that man Roshan also has had a great weekend. Look at him. I think he's won 2 man of the matches so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he has actually. Yeah, and he's fully deserved as well, to be fair. But I tell you what, the funny thing with Ross, he does get a lot of heat out of a pony. He's very bouncy on any pony he goes on, doesn't he?
Sure, he does. There we're watching Donnie Swan at the front of the line out again. Cool as you like, out in front, on his own, underhand shot, rolls it through the goals.
Yeah, brilliant play. Lots of Zimbabwe highlight scoring goals. Yeah, it's... Yeah, it kind of went their way in that last chukker. Absolutely down the ideal end of the Polocrosse field there. Nice and cool over the top there.
I must say, Richie, these two teams, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the lady man of the match come from Ireland and the men's man of the match come from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make absolute sense to me. I wouldn't want to choose it. Are we supposed to? No. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to choose it either, but I'd agree with you on that one, Richie. I think that's exactly how it should go. But we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure. As you're watching Donnie again, rolls it through, goal. Anyway, back to the spectators, and I'm sure Zimbabwean spectators are going to be very happy with that win.
Yeah, they absolutely will be. Probably much needed. Much needed as well.
as well as the Zambian supporters, they really leave it out there.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Talking about old folk, there's Greg Sargent. Yeah, he's husband of Sophie Sargent. So Greg, you can just see there, just telling Sophie where she went wrong. Just highlighting the ex-coach of Zimbabwe. Interesting fact about Greg, actually, he coached the 2007 UK team to second place in the World Cup back in 2007. So
okay, ladies and gentlemen, amazing game there, Zimbabwe and Ireland. And I'm joined here at centre stage by Seb King, one of our proud supporters of our event, and our lady player of the match, ladies and gentlemen, from Ireland, Dara Magan. Dara, great game out there, a great horse you're riding, and a great team you're playing with. Talk us through it. How's the World Cup been for you so far?
Look, it's been tough. We always knew we were going to come and have tough competition. That's why we come here. My team have been fab. Those girls do not stop right till that last whistle. We're sat on some super horses, and those Zim girls made me puff the most today than I have all week.
Okay, well done. Thank you again, Dara. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joined by our male player of the match from Zimbabwe, Dani Swan. Dani, a tough game yesterday with a tough result, but now you're here with that prize in your hand and a winning team behind you, mate. Congratulations. How's it feel?
Thank you very much. Obviously, yesterday was hugely disappointing for us, although I think today shows the value of a true team, and I'd just like to thank my team, because without them, obviously, this wouldn't be possible. Roshan, you were incredible back there behind me. Thank you for feeding me. And Ireland, thank you guys for a great game. You guys were in it the whole way. You were stressing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you soon.